Hmm. I did check. Well, OBS isn't my problem really. No, that doesn't make any sense. OBS should not be my. That didn't. I didn't do anything. That does not bode well. Hello, Vito Bianco. Well, that's weird. That didn't make any sense. It shouldn't. It shouldn't. I don't know. I don't get it. That doesn't make any sense. Like I didn't do anything. I totally didn't. I didn't switch anything. I just turned the volume down and back up on the switcher. That's why I was saying that's not a good sign. Because if that worked, then that means that maybe my mixer is starting to die. I don't want my mixer to die. So how you doing, Vedo Bianco? Welcome to my stream, which apparently has weird audio, which we don't understand, but it just it does. What are you doing? Hey, 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 hey! What are you doing? What were you chewing on? George was over here and it looks like he was chewing on one of my lights. Well, that's true. That's true. This mixer has traveled with us a long time. And this mixer was used when we got it. We got it from a makeshift radio station that was trying to go somewhere and then didn't. And so it was given to Geek Tank before the ages of Geek Tank. So this mixer has lived with us for probably the mixer's probably a good 15 years old, maybe 20, maybe coming up on 20. So, it is what it is. I am trying to figure out how to move pieces of this around. Like, how do I fix my header and stuff? Oh, hey, nice. Now, getting that printer working is a good thing. Everybody needs to get the printers working. See, I can switch to these different tabs, but the truth is I only use one tab. I don't want to make a new tab. See, this didn't help me any. No, probably don't want to be on the scripting tab. I'm just saying. Oh, hey, there you go. I use black duct tape to make a shield so that this mirror or this the outside thingy camera is working, but it's full of black duct tape now. There you go. But at least it doesn't have all the reflections going for it that it had before. I don't know how to fix this menu over here. See, this right here is the bane of my existence. I have to switch back and forth between these two while doing this, but I have to also see here to sort things. And you can see as soon as it collapses this, the smallest I can make this window is here. So this gets the big part. This gets the little part because I have to keep switching back and forth between these two buttons, and I can't move them. Yes, I'm teaching Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So it's a summer. It's summer. So we'll do what we can. But I can't figure out how to get this stupid thing to figure out how to. I don't know. I'm just like aggravated. That helped. Good job, guy. And of course, I don't know how to make it get back to what it was. All right. I'll take NDK questions for 100. I just need these guys to go over here. I need them to be somewhere else. That's all. I need this to be here. Because, of course, the most important two buttons are at the furthest end of each side of these posts. So I can only work on this little teeny square over here on the UV because I've got to have the big part for the model, which of course is not what you're working on in UV. You're working over here. And it's like, I mean, I get it. This is open source, but there's no way to. No way to get it to move or. And that was what I was looking at when you got here. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I think that NDK is actually probably one of the best 14-year-old safe conventions. Okay, we've got to figure this out, which is back to what I was doing. This is so typical. How do you fix it? Type in blender dash dash app dash tab template space my underscore template. But first, program your template. Start with blender dash dash log space x or quotes bke dot appdir dot star quotes space dash dash log dash level dash or space dash. I mean, this is what gets me about everything. It's code. It's all code. I can make it work, but I'm going to have to type it all in code. And I have to know the code. And every time I type in code, it never works. And I don't know why it doesn't work. And then whenever somebody looks at it, they're like, well, you're not supposed to have put 2 dashes in that thing. It's only 1 dash. Gosh, everybody knows that. You know, I'm like, really? I hate this. All right. Yeah. Agreed. All right. I can't believe this is not something that they just did. Yep. Starts with you can find all of this information in the main header info underscore ht underscore header. You can go into it with a text editor and start editing it. Every time I do that, Blender has stopped working. You want to reinstall everything because you typed in a beep when you shouldn't have done something else. Hey, Joshi. I'll see you at NDK 2025. Anybody here a Blender expert? Oh, it looks like I have managed. Oh. This is aggravating. To do UV work, I have to click this button and this button, back and forth and back and forth. I also have to click this to object mode and to edit mode. These are the two things that I need. Plus, I need to vertex and this and this. So I need this guy, and this guy. I don't use any of the other stuff in here. But if I shrink this, the first thing to go bye-bye are the things over here that I need. So the smallest that I can make this right side window is this. All the work in UV work is over here on this window, all of it, except for switching back and forth between object mode and edit mode. You see, when we're in object mode, all of my UV maps disappear. So I have to switch to edit mode to make sure I've got all my UV maps. Well, if you're in this mode over here, then when you select something on this side, it only selects the things that are facing you. It doesn't select the things that are against you unless you put it in this mode, at which time it'll select all the things, even the backside. So you need to switch back and forth between these two, or else you have to spend forever trying to select pieces and missing pieces, right? I can't believe this is designed this way. Like, people just never had this problem? I cannot believe I'm the only person who has this problem. I guess I can make this smaller too. Like, squish that all the way out to the side there. That helps some. At least that gives me that. But of course, I can't do anything else with this, but that's all right. That's all right. At least it gives me something here. It's just frustrating. It's like, did you not think this would be a problem, guys? I don't know. All right. We have gotten both legs to work here. I feel like that's a foot. Like this guy's foot. Just to double check. Only that leg. Good. And then only this leg. That's all right, Will. This will work in the meantime. UV mapping's already a pain in the butt. I just hate it when they make it worse. You know? Yeah, we've got a problem because I guess it doesn't really matter right now. Well, maybe it might matter at some point, but for the moment, for the here and now, yeah. But it's just it's stupid. I need this button and this button. I mean, like everybody does when they're UV mapping. These are why would they put them at diametric opposites of the screen we very rarely use? You know, I just don't get that. That doesn't make any sense. I'm going to try and make these roughly the same size as I said before. See what I mean? It's like none of these match. Why would I do this to myself? Except to make my life miserable. Clearly the point. All right. So we're going to, especially since I think some of that's probably the top. Okay, both legs are now in. The question really is, should I? It's like the main body is going to be a thing. And it's already somewhat done because we did some weird stuff to it, but then it got like screwed up. So there's that. I don't know. It's a good question. I'm not sure. All right. This should be just the top, in theory. So we're going to unwrap and project from view, and that'll give us just these guys. That's just the top of the ship, which we'll have to go back through and do something about the engines, but for right now, this is good enough. This is the bottom, in theory. Hey. To Google! actually, I think what I'll do is we'll just do this. Right? And then we just go back through. Unselect the wall here because it's actually easier to get these guys unselected than it is to select those. Aw. That's going to be tough. Getting underneath there for that engine to sell is going to be difficult. Ah, you have to be an affiliate. 50 followers. No idea what that means, but okay. I mean, I don't know how to get. And stream. Oh man, and stream for 8 hours and stream 7 days a week. In other words, this has to be your full-time job. We're just saying. Yeah, probably there's mitigating circumstances, I'm sure. All right, almost got the engine to sell here. Five minutes of digging, and that's what we come up with, which is fine. That sounds pretty good to me. I mean, okay, so it says cylinder projection. That's never the cylinder projection we want. And it gives us at least somewhat correct, but that's still weird. Like it's some, I don't even know what it's trying to do here. The problem is, once I've unselected it, it's like, oh, good, you accept that. And I'm like, no, I don't actually. That looks like somewhat correct. I mean, if we were to do this, it might actually be close. I don't know. It just can't do it in an unwrapped fashion. That's what I don't get. Like, it's a cylinder, and there's no way to do a cylinder projection from, say, the cylinder. Another one of those, who designed this? Moments you're like, wait a minute. Unwrap. Oh, hey. I just clicked the unwrap button, and, well, I mean, kind of looks right-ish. Okay, don't push that button ever again. Don't push that button ever again. So this is the nose. This is through here, which is why it's fatter. This is one of those, I'll bet you if I do this. They really, really want me to use seams, and they're unseemly. Because that might relieve some of the pressure here. There we go. And we would get stupid. Why would you do that? Why? Why can't we just do this the easy way? Why does everything have to be complicated? Jeez. There we go. That helped a lot because now this section in here is over here and this dome section is separated out. The back's still screwed up, but that's all right. We can fix that in a second here. Which means this seems to be starting. No, let me here. Do you got them? Nope, 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 nope. There we go. And give that seam a little bit there. We'll go here. Do this. We don't need to. The reason we don't need to mark those seams is because now we should switch over here. No, switch over here. Only grabs these things. Unwrap. Yeah, it helps us a lot because, like, now the back part of the engine pod block is weird, but that's okay. At least now we kind of have an idea of what it's trying to do. We should probably unmark that seam, whatever seam got into that mess right here. Right. Not the seam we're having a problem with. Okay. It's this seam we're having a problem with. Didn't help us a whole lot, but it helped us some. Because now we can technically kind of just do this. Because that's that front piece. That's this piece right up here. Oddly. It's not actually, the dome. Which means that that makes this the back piece, yeah. Nope, that's the front. This is the back. This is the weird engine cowling in the middle. Yo.
Looking for an old USB cable.
How old?
USB 8.
Good night, Brent.
Sorry.
No.
8B, like the printers from old.
Oh, like really old.
Yeah.
Like. Don't have one of those in here that I can think of that's not in use.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know where we found stuff.
Downstairs in the basement, there are 2 boxes full of cables. Is that the one you need?
No, it's got USB, weird USB micro. Like,
Oh, that's because that belongs to one of those surfaces.
where in the basement?
Good night, Brent. Brent's saying good night to you too.
Good night.
I don't know. One of the boxes we've moved,
All right.
so probably in the utility or in the spare bedroom.
I'll look for it. Thank you.
All right, we need to. And I'm glad you're still here, Joshi. I'm just trying to. How are your ears, by the way, Joshi? How you doing? Now that it's been a couple of days, what's the status? Is it this one or is it this one? I want to see one. Excellent. The eardrops have been horrible. I hate doing eardrops because it makes that noise. I'm like, I can't deal with the noise. I'm marking a seam all the way around the outside of this engine cowling for reasons. Not to be confused with raisins. Entirely different reason. There we go. Now that we've done that, please stop being weird back there. Oh, that's right. We gotta go over here. Just this. Now, there we go. That's more like it. That's what we're looking for. Weird, but that's what we're looking for. Right? Why are they so cold? Why? Why must you make them so cold? Do you not understand? I'm with you, man. That makes that huge. The engine cowling, it is huge. I have a feeling that if I switched from this guy here and took him and undid him, cleared him, and then used this as the seam instead, Wonder if that would cause a bit of a difference. We have to go over here and kind of do the same thing over here. We have to clear this seam and then mark that seam, which means taking and clear that seam too, which I think I actually only want one anyway. Because I think that's going to be better. But first, it did change it. But I'm not 100% sure it changed it for the better. So here's that. And it's going the wrong direction. Why is it going the wrong direction? What if I went the other direction? Suppose I went the other direction, George. George, you're the cat in charge. You know you're the cat in charge. You've always been the cat in charge. Why are you not helping? Why could you not tell me how to deal with this seam problem? George, you cannot eat plastic, you little beast. Hey, Ray. How you doing? We are cutting into a fighter. I don't know why it's requiring me to do this, but it's requiring me to do this, and I'm irritated by it because I'm like, I really don't want to do seams, but Blender doesn't seem to want to give me any choices in the matter. So here we are. Still didn't go the right way. And in fact, now it's just making even more weird. I don't even know what this part is. Where? What? Oh. Yeah, I guess we should probably clear those seams. Delicious microplastics. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm just going to mark around the hull of the spacecraft. Because it's like being weird about what it's doing to split it up. And so I'm just going to find the natural place for this. It should be right along the hull, which would make sense. But may or, may not actually do what it's supposed to do. I feel like I should say dinosaurs just to be a pain in the butt, since dinosaurs are technically plastics, like straight up. All right. Okay, having done this and moved through here to this part, that should be the split. But the split really needs to be like right here, I guess, because the rest of this just sticks out. I don't know. There. See if that fixed anything. I feel like this is an amazing game of what in the world did we do today? Okay, okay. Lesson learned. You do not want me seaming that in, so I won't. I'm like, I don't know what to say, but I don't want me to connect it, and I won't. Because it's just making these large pieces of not usefulness. That's finally looks somewhat useful. So that's the rear engine cowling. All right. Okay. Here's the funky engine thruster widget. Okay. Here's the cowling in the middle. And there's the dome. So it did it. It did it all correctly this time. There we go. That took what? 30 minutes? Because weird. I mean, why would you be so strange? We don't even know. I use Blender because it's free. There we go. One engine cowling. I feel like you were trying to ask a serious question and I got horsey about it. Sorry about that, Ray. I don't know actually anything that doesn't have microplastics in it. I feel like we're kind of getting freaked out about microplastics, and really it's kind of a thing. You may be wondering why I'm doing this specifically. And that's because these four are the plates where you put the identification markers of the engine cell on it. So anything where you have data that you want to put on there, numbers or something like that, that's around that marker to indicate what spacecraft it is going to be on one of these four right here. So want to make sure that maybe I'll go over two more. Okay, see you later, Joshi. Good to see you tonight. It may be a rough week for me. I'm working all week, so I may or may not have weird nights tonight or this week. And then I will be broadcasting during the day on Friday. But just kind of keep me in mind, because I'll be broadcasting when I can. Have a good evening. All right. We've got that. We've done it all. Okay. Now we got to go do the same thing to the other side. I hate doing this. At least now, though, I kind of know what I'm doing, and all right, coming around this corner of the hull. Why? I wonder if I can just do that. I can. How's school going? Well, I guess you on a break right now, Ray? Those aren't seams. We don't need those to be seams. And what's the temperature like out there? Because it's been getting into the 30s here. Unhappy. I hate the 30s. We don't have the humidity, so it's not horrible, but I still don't like it. don't remember that being this way on the other side. Because you didn't go that way on the other side, that's why. Oh, well, that's stupid. Hey, George. George the cat has come to visit once again and deign us with his presence. I don't know. George doesn't seem like a real super big on being the center of everything cat. I mean, he likes to be the center of everything, but he doesn't seem to be like pushy about it. That's not his modus operandi. Yeah, modus operandi. All right. And that one actually unwrapped pretty straightforwardly, didn't it? Except it didn't do the wigglies. Where are the wigglies? Or did it just decide not to do those wigglies? Because here's the back cone, here's the front cone, here's the side part or side piece. Where are these guys? Oh, well, that's not cool. It's like, no. It won't happen correctly the first time. Why would you ever do that? All right. There. That's the wigglies. Doesn't quite that big, but I don't know. It's kind of its own thing over here. So maybe if we were to do kind of that, and take that guy and move him right here. And and then we need to go on ahead and mark the let's see what we do. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 in the dot. And then 1, 2, 4. Here we go. All right, the 2 engine cowlings have been completed. Here's the flank. This might be more interesting if we did it this way. So we took the whole critter, and then instead of going this direction, why don't we go the other direction? And that is from the top or from the bottom view. We'll subtract everything we can't see. And then from over here, we'll subtract the 2 engine nacelles because we don't need to worry about them. And from the top, we can go ahead and just say unwrap and then project from view. And that should give us just the top pieces for right now. A little bit more to work with. Seeing the inside of an engine cowling, which go somewhere else. This belongs to the engines. There we go. That gives that, and that. And that way, at least we can get something going on here. All right, music's starting to drive me crazy. All right, music has officially driven me crazy. There we go. Inside there, I can't remember what that is. I'm loath to oobly at it because you never know what might be there. Okay. Hey, it looks like I got most of the bucket. That's nice. Not get the intake sides and stuff like that, but for the most part, we got the buckets. Other part's going to be this part here. Because really, part of the bucket's going to be this part. Because that's part of it there. So all right. The nose piece. Which will include this. It's going to be the back pieces of the nose piece. Now this we won't do because it's the outside. Same thing with the sides. We're going to actually cast this side here as one unit. All right. And that projects one side of the spacecraft. Do the same thing over here. You know what I didn't get though? With this? I didn't get these guys up here. I really should. There's no reason not to. It is part of the spacecraft. And So is this and this and this. But I'm not ecstatic about. How are you making that? You can't make that. Weirdo. We have to triangulate because that's weird. You can't just do that. Now it'll fit a little bit better. You just can't do that. That's not a legal maneuver. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. All right, now we've done this. Right? Because that's legal. All right. Makes it complicated, though. Sure does. Makes the mesh look a lot more complicated. But I can easily see it. None of that belongs to it. That's all top. You know what I mean? All right, go the other direction. Project from view, and that's what we should be getting from that side. Same thing over here. We're going to just grab as many of these guys as we can from this side. And this is the most repetitive AI music. I mean, if it's going to be AI music, at least use your AI. That's top. All right. The left and the right side of the main hall. Ugh, what a mess. And this is probably where we're going to stop for the night. I'm going ahead and save her. All right. I think I'm going to go to bed now because we've hit that point in the evening where it's time for me to go to bed. Again, for those of you who are watching, I have work this week, as I oft do through the summertime. And I will be back tomorrow night, or I could not be, depending on how things go. Let's see how things roll out. Sometimes I get time, and sometimes I don't. But either way, it was good to see all of you people out there. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. As always, keep your eyes on the stars. Good night.